Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. Commander Masters from Magic the Gathering. So many awesome reprints. I cannot wait to get into this. This is for a patron of the channel, Scott. Thank you, Scott, for letting me open these up for you. This is going to be an absolute amazing experience because there are some pretty awesome cards in here. We got some reprints of some very valuable cards that have only been printed once or twice, and then we also have some really cool portrait variants of cards. I cannot wait, especially this Ulamog. This Ulamog looks amazing to me. And then there's also textured variants, which actually have textures similar to Pokemon cards. Now, you might have seen this in Double Masters last year with some of the texture cards in there, but this time there are many, many more different texture cards that we can get. So let's go ahead and jump right into these boxes and see if we can get anything awesome for Scott. All right, so we got 2 boxes of Commander Masters, but man, what is going on with Wizards of the Coast? Like, look at how these are done. Like, last time around, these came in... This is like an inner box. Last time these were like slid into another outer box. It's still only 4 packs in these Commander Masters collector's boxes. So 4 booster packs, and these cost anywhere of upwards of $220 or more. I believe these are up to like $230 on the open market right now, and these are going like crazy. The official release, I do believe, is this weekend. So Saturday, you might get a chance to play in some events if some local game stores by you are hosting some events. But let's go ahead and get it. Man, look at this box. Like, come on, Wizards, what are you doing? All right, let's go ahead and get into the packs here. And we're gonna go through these one by one and see what the hit rates are like out of them. Also, like, check out how amazing that Jeweled Lotus looks on that box. I'm just saying. All right, so pack number 1, and I love the pack art of this. So let's see if I can remember how to open these packs, because these packs were really tough to open last time. So hopefully we can open them up without damaging any cards. Nope, this one opened pretty good. So all right, here we go, Scott. Look at the inside of these packs too. Check that out. They did a really good job with the packaging this time around. Good thing, because the boxes themselves look like they had been through some stuff here. All right, we got Supply Runner. See, we still have that crimp almost on the front of every card in these collector's boxes. It's been that way for a little while. So let's see. We got some commons and uncommons first, and then we're going to get into our old school border for a foil land. Love that. We got a Soul Ring borderless non-foil to start us off. So already a solid hit to start us off here. A borderless Soul Ring uncommon. We have a Counter Spell. Super excited about that reprint as well. Kodama's Reach borderless foil. We have the Boom Pile, regular rare foil. Heroic Intervention. This was a card that really needed a reprint, like, desperately, and we got the etched foil version of this. I do believe foil versions of this card were like 30 plus to 40 plus. And we got an Onaki Oathkeeper for our borderless rare. Tooth and Nail, another great reprint. And this is the borderless version of it, and it looks fantastic. I love the artwork that I've seen so far from this set. And we have a Blood Chief Ascension borderless foil. That's going to be our last card. We do have our Servo and Thrill token behind that, but Blood Chief Ascension for our first borderless foil rare. Let's go ahead and check out the second pack. All right, pack number 2. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I really hope we can get a textured card here. Now, I don't know what the pull rates are on the textured cards, because if I'm not mistaken, last time an inner case of 8, so 8 of these collector's boxes, was supposed to house 1 textured card. So we'll see if the hit rates are about the same. We're only opening up 2 of these, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have luck on our side here. Get through the uncommons. We have another beautiful island. Let me know down in the comments what set this artwork was from originally. We have an Elvish Mystic, one of my favorite cards, the best mana dork. We got a Dark Steel Mutation borderless. Command Tower borderless foil. Check out that rainbow. Another amazing card to bling out your deck. We got the Morophon the Boundless. I do believe this was from Modern Horizons 1, so an awesome reprint here. Morophon also got one of the portrait and textured printings. We have Jazal Goldmane, textured or etched foil. Sliver Grave Mother, one card I'm going to have to pick up from my Slivers Commander deck. This actually came in a pre-constructed deck, but I do believe it did get a different type of premium treatment in that Commander deck. And we got Azusa Lost But Seeking. Now, this is what I was talking about on the portraits. So we do have a portrait artwork here for Azusa. And our final card is the Ulamog Ceaseless Hunger. This is one of the cards I wanted to pick up. Scott, dude, congrats on this. This is one of my favorite cards ever printed. I played this card so much. And Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, check that out. Non-textured, borderless foil, Ulamog. I do believe this is still going to hold a pretty decent penny when it comes to value, because this is a super playable card still to this day. All right, so on to pack number 3 here. Now, I'm not posting any prices on the screen just because the set isn't officially dropped for everybody to pick up just yet. So I do believe everybody is going to start putting this out this weekend after some of the events go on, or I don't know if they have a pre-release party since this is a special set. Man, check out the dent in that command sphere. I don't know what it is. The front card of all of these commander sets and things like that all have this ding in the front card. And I don't know if it's the way they're packaging it or what, but they all have that dent at the top. But it's a good thing that it's just a common or uncommon. We have the Plains Borderless Retro Foil. We have a Generous Gift. Slimefoot the Stowaway. I love that borderless artwork. Really, really cool reprint of Slimefoot there. We have the Vandal Blast Borderless Foil. And again, just taking in all of this amazing artwork that is in this set, because it is truly beautiful. Ruby Medallion. We have Awakening Sun's Avatar etched foil. Ugin's Mastery, another reprint that I am super happy to see. And I love the artwork on this one too. We have a Grave Pact Mythic Borderless non-foil. Got that little assassin action going on over here. And then we got a Vault of Champions borderless foil to round out our third pack. Let's see what we can get in this fourth and final pack of box number 1. All right, box number 1, final pack before we move on to box number 2. Now, I am curious to see here if we can pull a textured out of box number 1. And again, I love the way that they did the texturing on the inside of these packs. I think that is absolutely cool. The packs themselves do have very high quality, but they do feel like they have a little bit of like extra residue on them. But that's been the same, I feel like, for a handful of the last few commander sets, or last few special sets that we have seen from Magic the Gathering. We have Gonti, Lord of Luxury. I actually played that card in Standard quite a bit. Forest. We have another command tower. Now check out this. I'm going to pull the other one aside here, actually, while we still have this. Look at the difference in the two. Like, you can see better depth. I don't know what it is about the cards themselves from the non-foils, but they actually just look so much better in non-foil for specific cards, and I think it's just for the colors. We have a Felwar Stone borderless. I love that card. A lot of this artwork is absolutely beautiful. We have all that glitters. I still play this card in Pioneer in the Auras decks. We have a Godo Bandit Warlord. Fiery Confluence etched foil. Man, I love the artwork on this too. It does stink that some of the reds on the etched foils do get a little bit drowned out. White cards and red cards did get a little bit drowned out when it came to etched. We have a Nyx Born Behemoth. A 10/10 for 12. Whoa, that thing is tremendous. And it does have like the Starfield Nyx kind of belly there. That is really, really cool. Love the attention to detail. We have Spectator Seating. That's an interesting artwork. Very, very out there and outlandish. And we have a Gisela Blade of Gold Knight. Is this a texture? No, it is a regular Gisela Blade of Gold Knight hollow or foil. God, going back and forth from Pokemon to Magic will get me from time to time. But Gisela borderless portrait. And I do believe this is considered the showcase version of this card. But an amazing card to end it off here. We got two borderless foil. We got two borderless foil on the portrait cards, and then we got some amazing borderless cards in this first box. So let's see if we can find a textured card though in box number 2. All right, so moving along now to box number 2. So Scott, box number 1 was pretty solid. Now we didn't find any versions of Jewel Lotus. Obviously Jewel Lotus is probably going to be one of the most sought after cards. The picture of the item you see here on the front of the box. The Jewel Lotus textured card I think is like currently sitting like market price of like $600 before everything is released. I don't know if that price is going to hold, but who knows? It could actually potentially go up depending on what the pull rates end up being like on these textured cards. So we will see what happens. I wish these weren't such a pain in the butt to open. We're butchering this pack, but we're still opening it, making sure everything is good on the inside. We have a Mirror Triton, Shelter, Exclude, Hunter's Insight, push that down. Another Soul Ring. So another Soul Ring, this time the regular foil version. Plains Border. We have the Dread Return. There is a Demonic Tutor borderless that looks absolutely amazing. And I think in foil, that's going to end up being like a $50 to $60 card. We got the borderless foil Soul Ring. This card is so beautiful. So we got a variant of this in non-foil. I'll grab it again in a second because I pushed the pile to the other side. But we did pull this in a non-foil already. Very beautiful card. Experiment Crage. I don't know why this reminds me of Metroid. We have a Commandeer. God, I can't read. Hooked on Phonics is great for kids. We have Titan of Litarcia. Magus of the Wheel. Check out the artwork on this thing. That is some seriously brutal artwork. That is awesome. We have a Personal Tutor. I think we all need one of those. And that was it. So this is our showcase, or our borderless foil. So Personal Tutor. All right, pack number 2. So Scott, I don't know what your actual chase cards were from the set. I didn't get to talk to you enough. Usually me and you talk quite a bit before we get to your openings. And I didn't get to hear from you what you want specifically and what artworks you like. I don't even know if you've looked at the set as a whole. I just know that you're like, yep, I'm gonna want some. So here we are. We got Gavani, Silversmith, Flicker, Valiant. We have a borderless, why do I keep saying borderless? A retro foil bordered forest. And the Thran Dynamo from this set is actually one of my favorite artworks from anything that has been printed so far. I remember the original Thran Dynamo from Urza's Destiny, and this is an amazing card. Another beautiful command tower borderless. Another All the Glitters. That's kind of weird on duplication. I feel like those were back to back in the other pack. We have a Krenko Mob Boss. Demon Lord Belzenlock. Aha, I actually said that right. I'm very surprised I said that name properly. We have a Rise of the Eldrazi. I love it. Oh man, check that out. Check out Emrakul just chilling in the back, just like overseeing everything. We got another Azusa Lost But Seeking. So surprisingly, the duplication here is interesting. And a Teza Karlov. This is a regular foil showcase. All right, pack number 3 now for Scott. Tell me what you guys think about the set so far. Did you buy the Commander decks? And let me know which ones you purchased. I did pre-order one of the Slivers decks. This way I have cards to add to mine. And it was also the only one that I was able to pre-order at a decent price because prices went up really fast. Blood Aspirant, Thriving Heath, Mirror Padine. We have an Izareth, the Awakener. Forest, we have a Kimba Regent. Check out how regal that artwork is. That is insane. I love the artwork on these cards. We have a Generous Gift. Another Command Tower, so a foil. So you have 2 of each now, Scott. 2 foil and 2 non-foil borderless Command Towers. Decree of Pain. Star of Extinction, etched foil. This was an interesting combo piece for a little while. I don't know if it still is. If it is, let me know down in the comments what you're comboing this card with. We have the Gatewatch Beacon. Fierce Guardianship. I do believe this is one of the top cards if it was foil textured, so I'm not too sure what the price of this borderless is going to be, but check out the artwork on that card. And we have a Machias the Unhallowed. Ooh, the Monarch token and a kitty token. Meow. But check out Machias the Unhallowed here. That is some really sick artwork. Look at how dark this card art looks. It actually almost reminds me a little bit of the villain from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, doesn't it? All right, Scott, this is it. Our last chance to hit a Jeweled Lotus or some kind of textured hit. Now, we actually have gotten a pretty solid grouping of pulls Some really nice portrait showcase foils in the back. Some really good foil borderless cards. I swear it's a tongue twister every time I try to say a lot of these words because we don't say them as often anymore. We have a Thriving Moor. Do you want to thrive more? I do. Deranged Assistant, Spite Bellows, Staunch Throne Guard, Myriad Landscape, Anafenza Kintree Spirit. This was another card I was happy to see a reprint of. This was a lot of fun to play not too long ago. We have the Island with the retro foil border. Faithless Looting. Are they going to unban this card in Modern since they're printing it? Interesting. This is a banned card in Modern, so I wonder if that's a thing now. Or no, wait. This is Faithless Looting. I'm dumb. Different card. Moving along. Thelwar Stone. We have a Nadir's Nightblade borderless foil. Love the artwork on that. Check that out. Chainer Dementia Master. Inferno Titan. Pretty cool. It's like a final boss of some RPG game. We have another Sliver Great Mother. So we pulled 2 of these in 2 boxes in borderless non-foil. I love the artwork on this card. I actually need to pick one of these up for sure. Smothering Tithe borderless. And this is the non-foil. And they made it a mythic this time. So Smothering Tithe mythic. So this is a second reprinting of this card. We got it last time in Double Masters. I actually like the artwork of this one much, much better. All right, our last card of the video. Thank you all for tuning in so much. And it's a